Yo, how are you? Michael Lewis here. I'm going to attempt to give you a little rundown on how you get started in this whole cryptocurrency adventure, okay? I am no expert by any means. I got into it a few months ago and pretty excited, and it's definitely a steep, well, I don't know about too steep, but it's a learning curve. And there's a lot of components that go into it that are pretty easy to figure out once you've figured out the basic plan and how it works. The rest is pretty simple, all right? So we need to talk about a very, very difficult schematic on how this looks, okay? So get ready. Here's a very difficult schematic. You need a wallet. Okay, not a leather one or a canvas one, a digital wallet, a crypto wallet, a cryptocurrency wallet, where you're going to purchase your Bitcoin. Now, you could buy, if you don't know this, Bitcoin right now is 11,500 and change. You could buy pieces of Bitcoin, right? You don't have to buy the whole Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is the main currency that's used on all the exchanges to trade to buy other cryptocurrency, and we'll talk about that in a second. So if you want to buy Bitcoin and only invest in Bitcoin, fine, buy Bitcoin, keep it in your online wallet, which we'll talk about, and then let it ride. And then when you're ready to sell it back to your dollars or whatever currency you're using, boom, do it. Now, most wallets will have more than Bitcoin. They'll have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Some will have Ripple, which is not the drink, but the another coin that's in the top, 5 of cryptocurrencies. And so, depending on what you're going to buy, which altcoin, maybe an alternative coin besides Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, you may want to purchase an Ethereum because the coin that maybe you want only trades with Ethereum, okay? It only may trade with that. Some only trade with Bitcoin, some trades with all of them, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. So let's see if we can figure this out as we move along, okay? So the main one that we use, that people use, the simplest one for now is Coinbase. Now, Coinbase is your wallet, okay? This is where you're going to purchase, let's go to the dashboard, purchase Bitcoin. What do I want to see here? Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, BCH, Ethereum, or Litecoin. So you can purchase all of these here. They're going to be adding some more, but eventually there's other platforms which are going to be more useful and take over. But for now, this is the one that we use. This version of Coinbase is the simplest and easiest, and unfortunately there's some fees that go in, not too heavy, but sometimes you're getting charged $17 to send 100, and I think that's a lot. So Coinbase has a brother or sister called GDAX, and GDAX is the associated wallet for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin, okay? It just looks a little, complicated. So here, this is the price chart, what we're looking at for Bitcoin, US dollars. These are the orders that are moving really fast, history of trade, whatever. What you're most interested in here is getting some Bitcoin into here, and I think GDAX is the way to go, and I didn't do that for a while until I realized that GDAX doesn't have any fees for transferring. Boom, I'm there. So here's what we do. You can't just purchase over here on, you can't just purchase your coins on GDAX. You have to purchase them on Coinbase. So what you do is you say up here, buy and sell. You're gonna buy some coin. Well, first of all, obviously, you have to make your account, right? Make your account. Some of these accounts are going to require this two-factor authentication, this which you'll need to download an app for your phone, which is like Google Authenticator, Google Authentication, and it will produce a code specifically for your name and password and the website you're trying to get into that you'll have to enter every time you do that. And I can show you what that looks like maybe later. Okay, so let's say we want to buy some Bitcoin. Bitcoin is selling right now at 11,339 cents and then 94 cents per coin. You could buy fractions. So let's say, let me back up one. You have to enter your payment methods. You need to put them in here. So you might have different bank accounts or credit cards. The one problem with Coinbase is if you put in a bank, it is going to take the bank 7 to 9 days to get your money here. So if that's what you want to do, fine. But I suggest using a credit card and purchasing with a card because it's instantaneous. They'll limit you on your deposit limits for a while, but that'll eventually go up. So let's say you want to just buy $125 in Bitcoin, and you can see that here's a fraction, 0.01077. Okay, this is how much Bitcoin you're going to buy, which is $125 at the current price of 11,339. Okay, so this is always changing. You know, a few days ago there was a big crash, just went down to 8,000 almost, and 2 months ago it was up at 20,000. So this one, your 125 was a lot less a month and a half ago, and a lot more a week ago or 3 days ago, because it was almost 50%. So point being, purchase it, buy it, and what will end up happening is it will put, when you go to account, it'll put it in your BTC wallet. BTC is Bitcoin. That's the three-letter call sign for it, okay? Once it's in here, then you could see you'll have all your transactions. You can see I don't make big, huge transactions here. Sometimes I send $100, $185, not very much. You take your Bitcoin and you're going to say send. So you could receive too. This is important. So let's say you wanted to send me money to my Bitcoin wallet. Here you go. Here's my address for my Bitcoin wallet. Okay? So if I'm going to send from an exchange back to this wallet, because this is where I want to keep it, I have to generate an address. Okay? And it's an exact address. If one letter is off, it'll get lost on the blockchain and you'll never find it again. Okay? So be cautious with this. So, but I don't want to receive anything. I want to take the Bitcoin. I want you to take your Bitcoin or whatever you purchased, your Bitcoin Cash, your Ethereum, your Litecoin. We're going to talk about Bitcoin for now, okay? And we're going to send it, just do this. I'm going to teach you this. Send it over to, so you're going to send it, and it's going to ask you, well, how should we do this? So, forgive me. Once it's in here, you're going to open GDAX, and you're going to log in, and it will recognize that you're probably already logged into Coinbase, okay? And it will open this up right here, okay? And you can see on the top Bitcoin to US dollars, okay? So that's fine. You can see down here we're talking euros, pounds, all this stuff. We're going to just talk about here, okay? So what we want to do is receive money from Coinbase, okay? So what we want to do is deposit money from Coinbase. So once you go to deposit, you're going to get this big thing here, and you're going to say my Coinbase account, okay? And you're going to have it US dollars, or excuse me, the source is going to be Bitcoin, and you're going to put in how much Bitcoin, okay, that you're going to put here. So you might need to go back here and copy the Bitcoin, but usually it'll show up. You put the amount, 0.0051, and then you say deposit funds, okay? So now, once it's deposited in here, you'll see it in a moment. Sometimes you need to go to your email and confirm it, but now that it's in GDAX, now you can send it to any exchange that you want by doing withdrawal. So you want to withdraw, And now you're going to go to where you're going to withdraw it to. You're going to withdraw it to a BTC, a Bitcoin address. Okay? Let's talk about that in a second. We will go back there. So now that you have your money, your cryptocurrency, now you want to figure out what you want to do with it. You need to figure out what coins you want to buy. Like I said, if you want Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, keep them in Coinbase if that's all you want. They're safe, they're insured, and just keep it there. But let's say you want to do something like let's go to one that I like. Let's go to ETHOS. So I just typed in, I did a find feature, but you could just go here and type in ETHOS. Okay. And this is CoinMarketCap. Let me go back one. CoinMarketCap is kind of the standard that most people are looking at, all of the different cryptocurrencies, okay? So like I said, there's more than just Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and this is in order from the top based on the market cap. The market cap is the price of the coin times the circulating supply, and you get the market cap. And there's over 1,000 or more of these cryptocurrencies. So we're talking about view all, look at the next 100, okay? So there's quite a bit. So do your own research, figure out what works for you, and we'll talk about where to find some of that. So you have the total market cap right up on the top. Follow me right here? The total market cap for the entire cryptocurrency market right now is $563 billion, right? $500 billion. A week ago, this was $800 trillion. And 5 months ago, this was probably around I don't know, let's go see. 5 months ago, so I click on it, and we can look at the growth of this going back to October. It was 155 billion, and all of a sudden it was right here, almost January 8th, 741. So that growth is nuts, right? So September, 123 billion to 6 billion to 7 to $832 billion. Now, right now it's not that. It's 563 because we'd said a little bit of a crash, which was reasonably good. I mean, what I mean by good is it opened a lot of opportunity to purchase coins that were maybe out of your price range. Most things dropped 50 to 80%, and now we're seeing the rebound. Okay, so what we can just take a quick glance here. We can look at the last 7 days graph and kind of look at trends. Don't always rely on just the trends. There's a lot more to it that I'm always trying to learn. And what is this right here? That I'm always trying to figure out and learn. But let's say we wanted to go to ETHOS. You heard some good things about it, and you want to go read about it. So you go over here to their website, and you can check it out. It shows their rank. It's 63, and it shows their current price in US dollars, and Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, which really means these are the two currencies that trade ETHOS. ETHOS, by the way, used to be called Bitcoins, and so BQX is the call sign as well as ETHOS. Okay, so here what we're seeing is their total supply, and you could go read about total supply and all this stuff. I don't want to go through all that, because I'm still learning all this stuff and it gets a little complicated. So it just shows this is what the price is, and this is the recent change, okay? But what we really want to see is, usually when you open, you'll get to this, and you kind of look at the trend over the last, you'll see the dates, and as I move through this, you can look at the trends. But really you want to go, hey, I want to buy ETHOS, but where can I buy it? So you click on markets, and you look and you go, it's on Binance, which is a very big one. And you can see that Binance trades ETHOS, or Bitcoin, ETHOS, BQX, with both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you need Bitcoin or Ethereum to trade ETHOS. Okay. In this case, by the way, there's so many different exchanges, and not all exchanges have every coin. So I have maybe 5 different exchanges with different coins on each one. because that's just how it works. But for this one, for whatever reason, I went onto HitBTC, and I'll open that in a moment. You could also see here that Binance, most of the volume, 71% of the volume over the last 24 hours, which was 3.5 million, was purchased on Binance. And HitBTC only did 4.18%, and you can see the prices that they're currently selling on each of them. So sometimes these are errors, or they're suspended, or they're on maintenance, and so these are low and stuck where the maintenance started. But you can see they're all pretty similar, but this is where I go. So HitBTC. So okay, so now I want to buy ETHOS. I have my coins. I sent it over to GDAX or wherever you like. You don't need to use GDAX. You go right from Coinbase and send it right over to the exchange, but you're going to pay a higher fee. So now we have to go to HitBTC. Here's where I am. I don't have much coins in here, but I don't care if you see it, so whatever. So I go over to HitBTC. We should probably go, well, you have to set up an account. You'll do your two-factor authentication. You'll follow everything. You'll want to answer a bunch of questions, set security, save all of these keys and all these things that they're going to give you in a separate folder where no one else can get a hold of them, and boom, now you're in. Okay, so this is what this looks like. So these are the instruments. All this, and every exchange is somewhat is different, but they all have similar things. Okay. So, for example, HitBTC, we're going to be exchanging our Bitcoin. So we want to click Bitcoin, not Ethereum, because remember, sometimes you need Ethereum to trade for other coins. In our case, Bitcoin, we're going to exchange it for ETHOS or Bitcoins. So if I type in ETHOS, it wasn't there, and they actually show you. If we go back here, this is really interesting. Now, this says they don't trade in BTC, but actually they do. So I type in Bitcoins, and how do I know it's BTC? Well, the volume is in BTC, which is not a lot, but you go right here. So I'm going to click it, and it's going to show ETHOS for BTC, and it's going to show the charts and the graphs that you can learn about, candles and all this kind of stuff. And you're going to see two major boxes, which you'll see on all of them, 4 boxes. Okay, you'll find a buy box, a sell box, and a buying box and a selling box. Okay, so if you're going to be buying it, you're going to look at the people that are selling inside of the buy box. So let's see if I can move me out of the way for a second. Here we go. What we're seeing here is this person here, and it's always in order from the highest, the most current price. You can see this as 0.0005, and we know that's in BTC because we're in BTC. And if I go back to Markcoin market cap, you can see right here, 0.00599595, and that is the equivalent of $6.74. And you could always go check that out by going to different converting software online. So what's going to happen is you have, we haven't talked about it. So now that you know what you want, you have to deposit your coins into, sorry about that, deposit your coins into HitBTC or whatever exchange you're going to use. So you have to go to your deposit. This will be under your accounts or under balances or all these different things. And this just takes a while to load up, and I don't care if you see I don't have much in here. Well, right now I have 0, but you'll see. Here we go. Okay, so let's go to 1 second. These are just old transfers, old stuff, I don't care. So this is where you're going to be depositing to. Okay, so you're going to be depositing Bitcoin, right? We've established that. So what you're going to do now is click on deposit, and you're just going to create your own wallet address. This is where you're going to deposit your Bitcoin. So you're going to copy that exactly, okay? It has to be exact, because if not, it'll get lost, and we already talked about that. So now you might want to go back over here and say BTC address. This is where I'm going to send all of my money and all of my currency, and you paste it in there, and you say you're going to put your $150 worth of Bitcoin, which was, I don't know, 0.00156, whatever it was, right? And you're going to get that because you'll see it over here. You will see it where it says Bitcoin, and you'll have the total, and you can copy that. Now you're going to say get code, and they're going to send you a two-factor code to your text message, and you're going to enter that and say withdraw funds. Okay? You're going to go boom, you're going to hit it, and it will say sent. Now, don't freak out. It's going to take about 20 minutes to 30 minutes, 15, 30, 45 minutes before your money shows up in your main account here. Okay? Get out of here. Get out of here. And it will show up here. In this case, HitBTC, you need to put it in your transfer account over here. And now that you have that money there, now you're ready to go back to the exchange. Find what you want to do, which we already have it open, which is BQX or ETHOS. And you are going to choose the bid, which is there. This person has 4,145 ETHOS at 0.0005. And so you click on this, okay? And your balance will show up right here. This is pretty standard throughout. And you're going to click on it, and it's going to show you for 0.0005 with the amount that you have. In my case, I could buy 0.2 ETHOS, and there's going to be a fee, a little bit of a fee, and it will show you right here. This is how much you're going to pay. You buy it, and then it will show up, as you saw before, in your exchange wallet, which will stay here. I tend to keep mine on the exchanges until I find out what I want to do with everything, but that's what you do. That's where we go. I know that was long. I apologize. If you have any other questions, let me know. It will show up in one of these things, okay? Wallet to exchange. Wallet to the exchange. Wallet to GDAX to the exchange. Then if you want, you can send the exchange back. If you're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, you can put that back into Coinbase, depending what you have. There's other wallets, and Coinbase is okay. There's some new ones coming around. I think that's it, and I think I'll let it be there. There's so much more, but that's the basics of cryptocurrency getting started. Talk to you later. Good luck. See ya.